Hello, everybody.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Salutations.
To
How? What?
this is Drink and Drive.
We are drinking.
Yeah, we are drinking.
We are
actually. I'm Jackson.
I'm Angel.
And yeah, we're here for another movie episode, movie review, whatever you want to call it.
Commentary, I feel. Are we just
yeah, movie commentary.
commentary?
Yeah,
we just talk about movies while we're watching.
We talk
them.
about it, but we also have facts. So
Oh yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's like
informative commentary.
yeah, I like that actually. Yeah, so for this month of October, we kind of decided that we're just gonna go films. I feel like because like there's more to talk about, and there's more horror movies than shows.
I mean, there's a couple shows, but I feel like we've probably seen more movies like that we can talk about as opposed to shows. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I've definitely seen a lot of shows.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So pretty much for this month of October, it's just going to be pretty much movie reviews. So,
Starting with the spookiest of them all.
Harry Potter.
Yes.
Yeah. Today we're going to do Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Just because it's one of the ones that we haven't covered yet. So
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like we've kind of been like on a Harry Potter
binge
a little bit. I don't know. Maybe it's just the year of
the year of Potter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Potter. We just like pottering.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. But before we get into all the movie stuff, we go into our quick catch up.
There's nothing quick about these catch-ups.
No.
I'll try and be as quick.
So you go first.
Yeah, I'll try and be as quick as possible.
Yes.
I got some hair stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
I feel pretty good about it.
Mm-hmm.
I got my nails done by my sister.
Oh, nice. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah, they actually look good.
Hey, looks good on camera. Incredible.
Focus,
please.
Sister literally did this over the weekend.
Well, it matches your hair, so.
Oh, it's blue. It's blue.
That looks purple.
It looks purple, I know.
It looks purple. I thought it was
It's,
purple.
you know, it works. It works. It works. And,
It works,
yeah, just doing a lot of things with my sister, essentially. Just basically taking her out. God, is the money going? But we're having a good time, and we're enjoying ourselves, and that it's important.
And it's family.
At the end of the day, yeah, it is family.
That's what's important.
I mean, for the most part, that's kind of just the general gist of what I've been up to, for the most part.
That was pretty quick.
Yeah, I didn't want to get too into details, but yeah.
That was a quick catch-up for you.
Yeah.
I think
that might be our
ever.
most accurate quick catch-up for the category,
I think
considering, because our catch-ups are never quick.
No, but like, because like tonight, for instance, happened very sporadically. I feel like.
I feel like our last couple of episodes have been pretty sporadic.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think it's just we've been out of it for a while.
Yeah.
For like, I guess personal reasons and whatnot. It's called life. So
Life happens when you're living.
that's kind of like why. That's why my upload schedule is very scattered and far apart for this show. But I'm going to try to do a little better. Just because, like, I guess, are you done with your quick catch up?
Oh yeah. I'm good.
Because I actually got a new job.
Hey, yeah.
And that was literally this week. So
Yeah, that's recent.
literally yesterday was my first day at the new job, and right now I really like it. So it's better than the last job.
I really like it too.
Yeah. So I know.
Yeah.
But yeah. So like my mind has been like all over the place, and yeah, it's just like mentally I'm just like I can't keep up. But now that I have the new job and trying to keep up with my personal podcast and all that stuff, I'm like, okay, trying to get back on track.
Exploring Arta, check it out.
Yes, I'll have a
He's got
little
an
link.
extra special episode.
Yeah,
Extra
actually,
special.
Yeah, recently, yeah. So I've been building that a little bit, my little personal channel. So that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
So I got like 30 something subscribers. So that's an improvement from last time that I spoke about it on this podcast. So that's very.
He's growing, and it's starting to show
a
a little bit. It's like we might have a little potential here.
It's a little slow growth, but
But progress.
But yeah, otherwise, yeah, that's pretty much the reason why. But also because life is busy.
Yeah.
And I'm still trying to I finished another chapter in my book, so I'm on chapter 10 now.
Lands of Ordia.
Lands of Ordia.
Check
book
them out.
2. I'm hoping to possibly finish the writing next year. I don't know when next year. I really wanted to set the goal of finishing the writing in May. because that is actually when I published my first book from this year. So I'm like, I want to finish the writing, not the actual publishing and editing. So.
Yeah, I feel like since I've hung around you, I've started like deciding or setting goals for myself.
Yeah.
And right now, my only goal for next year is to start a Curse of Strahd campaign.
Well, you do got a while.
I have a while, yeah.
So it's possible.
It is possible.
If you guys finish my campaign by next year,
yeah.
which you should.
I feel like, that, and once we finish my own little side thing going on too.
I think it's possible.
It could be done. So. We might just make it. Next year might be the year. Year of the Dragon.
Let's go. But yeah, so other than like the book thing, yeah, obviously the D&D sessions have been going pretty good, and yeah, they've been fun. A little distraction for me, but yeah, I guess that's my quick catch up.
And that's the thing too, in terms of like our own personal lives, between him just your own personal lives with your projects and like you getting the new job, me with my little sister now that I've actually had to like spend.
Responsibility.
I'm a little bit more responsible now, which make sure she's eating. That's a big one.
Make sure she's alive.
Make sure she's alive.
Got it. Check.
And just trying to spend as much time with her as I can, and still trying to like set time aside for our own little personal things that we get to do, because I do like our little projects where we get to hang out and just
like this.
I was kind of missing it a little bit.
I was too. It was just like,
it's been a minute since I just hung out and
I want to
talked about something. But yeah,
it's fun.
It's nice to be back.
Yes,
so,
it's a good distraction for both of us.
Yeah, I especially need a little bit of decompression.
Yeah, cool. All right, so now that we got a kitty interference to the side here, you can't really see it, but should I show him on camera?
Might as well introduce everybody again.
Welcome, Toby, to the show. Now go.
Oh God! It just flew out.
Yeah. I've had to do that numerous times. Okay, so now that we got all that done, we can go into our summary of the movie thus far. Do you remember anything from how it starts?
So we start in a playground.
Yeah.
It's more just like a swing set, though, right?
It is kind of a playground.
It's a really weird place for a playground, because isn't it like by some cornfields or whatever the fuck they had growing up? It was a really weird spot.
The weirdest place to put a playground.
Yeah, I mean,
in the middle of like nowhere.
Granted, I grew up in the city, so playground's abundant.
Right, but for me,
because
I am a children of the corn.
You are,
and that never happened.
Your playground was the corn.
Fair enough. We did have mazes through the corn, so
that's actually really cool. I would have liked to have gone.
That was pretty cool.
I think I've only done a maze once in my life.
Yeah, I think it was only the one time for me.
Really?
Yeah, I was just like, it's cool, but now that I've done it,
it was like nearby a church of all places.
Interesting. But yeah, so we start with the playground.
But yeah, we start at the playground. We see slightly older Harry, Daniel Radcliffe,
with shorter hair.
Not his long mop
compared to the. The fire.
Yeah,
because this is right after.
It was kind of a drastic change, but I guess some drastic shit happened at the end of the movie. So Goblet of Fire. My bad.
It's my bad luck just because of this hair, and everybody cut their hair.
Everybody had their hair cut except me and Ron. Ron cut his hair too.
Yeah. Ron was.
He had a little bit of a shag going on too.
A little bit. He kind of always had that in a way.
True.
Not like long, but just like.
True. He gave it a little trim. But regardless.
Anyway.
So. Harry and Dudley being a bully, Dudley talking shit,
beating up kids,
Harry threatening Dudley.
Yes, with a stick.
Everybody laughs. Dudley realizes, oh man, this guy's literally about to kill me.
And everybody else is laughing.
Everybody's just laughing.
Like, oh,
he's like, no, I'm straight up about to die. You guys don't understand. Chase sequence happens where there's some Dementors after them.
The skies go dark.
Just sucking them off. Right in in a hallway,
right
in an alleyway, just giving them some unsolicited suckage.
Yeah.
Both him and they had that like bonding experience of trauma sucking
from visitors
that unwanted
from
visitors.
From
straight up strangers. Yeah.
Some stranger sucking.
Yeah. There's a thing called the stranger. I'll talk to you about it later.
But, I feel uncomfortable already.
So because Harry essentially saves him and Dudley with his Patronus magic.
Yeah.
Pusha.
Expecto Patronum.
He gets expelled because he saved.
And then Dudley is like, like, what would I say? Like his mind, it kind of just goes.
He's a little clapped. Okay, he's a little clapped. He's just a little bit like
he got a little
not all there.
Yeah,
not
for
all
the time
there.
being.
For the time being.
Yeah.
Harry gets expelled because he used magic.
Expelled. Because the letter comes to him.
Yeah, because the letter's like, yeah, bitch, you fucked up. Now you out of here. You kicked out.
You performed magic in front of a ball.
You're not fam anymore.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So, gets kicked out. Yeah. Dudley and them.
He tries to get. Somebody tries to kick him out.
Yeah, somebody's trying to kick him out. So Dudley and his fam are all going to the hospital, thinking that that's going to do anything.
Yeah.
That's when we get all the other older wizards who know Harry by some.
Just by connections.
Just through connections.
Yeah.
We get Moody back. We get Nymphadora.
Pretty much like...
We shouldn't call her Nymphadora, my bad. I'm sorry. We shouldn't call her Nymphadora.
Basically like the members of the Order of the Phoenix.
The OGs.
Some of them.
The OGs came by to be like, hey, Harry, we're going to get you the fuck up out of here. Finally, after all this time.
Pretty much.
We're getting you the fuck up out of here.
Yeah.
They
go to Grimold Place.
Yeah, and then they go to the... Yeah, it was just like an apartment. Like, it wasn't...
Yeah, Grimold Place.
Yeah, Grimold Place, right? Yeah, it was just an apartment. They were just chilling out there. Hermione, Ron... The whole gang's there, essentially.
The whole gang!
And the Weasleys are there.
Yep.
The Order's there. They're having, like, all these meetings. Harry's like, hey, I want to get into the meeting. And then Ron's mom's like, no, you're a kid.
This topic is too serious.
Too serious.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
So Mama Weasley goes Mama Bear and basically kicks Harry out.
Yeah. To the top floor.
But obviously the two older bros, the older Weasleys, are like
Fred and George.
We're gonna know what the fuck they're talking about. We're gonna drop some eaves real quick.
I have been dropping eaves, sir.
Yeah. They do drop. These boys drop so many eaves. Anyway,
they are the eavesdroppers.
Straight up.
Yeah.
They basically get to listen to what they're talking about, which. If you want to elaborate on those details, because I'm drawing a blank here.
Okay, so they're pretty much just saying that Voldemort is definitely back. Obviously, they believe Harry and all the stuff that he went through with the Goblet of Fire, and they've been hearing rumors and whispers that Voldemort is trying to get the Elder Wand. Obviously, they don't say that straight out, but they're like, oh, like we know that he's looking for something, and we need to do something like right now. And then other people are just like, nah, like we can't do that. Otherwise, like the ministry is gonna like try to keep tabs on us and be like, what are they doing? So it's like a debate between those. And then the Weasley twins like drop the little ear on the string, but then Hermione's cat Crookshanks comes in and does a wow. And then
what a name for a cat, honestly.
Crookshanks.
Crookshanks.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I don't know. I really don't know.
British people are weird, man.
They're weird.
They're fucking weird.
It's a strange name, isn't it? Anyway.
Yeah.
And then after the pretty much the meeting is over, they get down for dinner, they eat whatever, and then they start
heading over
to the ministry because Harry has a court date.
Yeah, he's going to court because he's...
Yeah, that's how you introduce a movie. Court.
Well, technically it was with Dementors
and
alleyway sucking, so...
But like, that's how riveting the movie is. Court.
We go to court.
Yeah. So, obviously, the minister is against Harry. He's just like, no, you performed magic in front of a muggle. You should be expelled. But then Dumbledore comes in. He's just like, hello, I am Dumbledore. And Dumbledore means me.
And Dumbledore means me, and I say no.
Yeah.
So you have to do what I say because I'm Dumbledore.
Yeah. So like he pretty much convinces most of the actual
jury,
I guess.
I don't know how British court systems work.
Yeah. So pretty much like
let alone British wizarding court systems.
Exactly. There's probably a name for it, but pretty much like most of the wizards there vote to absolve Harry's crime. So pretty much he gets off scotch-free and he gets to go back to Hogwarts.
Harry.
Because it's Harry.
Because it's Harry, and because Dumbledore's his lawyer right now. So
yeah, and if Harry doesn't come back to school, there's not a book. So.
And there's no movie.
So. So then they finally get back to school.
To school.
What do you know? They have another professor for
the dark arts.
Against the dark arts.
Yeah.
And this time it's Dolores Umbridge.
The Lady in Pink.
The Lady in Pink, who everybody hates.
More so than Voldemort, honestly.
Yes.
Easily.
I hate her more than Voldemort.
Yeah.
I mean, all the Potterheads would probably agree with that.
Yeah, I think she's easily like the most despised character. Which, you know, I mean, a testament to the actress's ability to really like bring out that emotion in people. Because, god damn,
you need a good actress to
really that. You really need a good actress to be able to portray
and
that.
she did perfect for that role.
It was some serious Karen energy. Serious Karen energy. Like the worst kind too, because she's political and in a position of power.
Because like, she's part of the Ministry of
Magic. Yeah. It was the worst possible Karen.
You could probably just go on and on about it. Just like,
but essentially, so she's the professor for Defense Against the Dark Arts now, and she's essentially working for the Ministry. Mm-hmm. This is essentially the Ministry's like counter to Dumbledore's.
Because like Dumbledore at the court hearing is like urging the Minister, being like, "Hey, Voldemort is back." But then the whole premise of Order of the Phoenix is Dumbledore saying, "Hey, Voldemort's back," and then the Minister is just going, "No, he's not."
No, he's not. He's done.
Yeah, until the very end.
Yeah.
Of the movie.
Literally till the end.
He's just like, "He's back," and it's just like. Yes, we know.
Yes, we've been
trying to tell you this.
We've been saying this for the past 5 movies.
Well, ever since Goblet of Fire happened, and then this is
but
a year.
He was basically still alive.
Kind of, but he was like secret.
It's semantics, okay? It's still like existing. He still like has a force of will.
Yeah, because like obviously Sorcerer's Stone, he's living on Quirrell's head pretty much. That's secret.
And we all know how different those two are.
Different as can be. Dun 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 dun. different as can be. And then
if you know, you know.
Exactly. Chamber of Secrets. He was Tom Riddle, but as his like spirit.
Yeah, kind of like.
So he was like hidden in the castle,
sort of thing.
So the minister wouldn't know about that. Prisoner of Azkaban was more Dementors and
Sirius Black.
So Voldemort wasn't really.
Yeah, he wasn't really involved in that one, huh?
Because his spirit was banished.
He was kind of just. Yeah, he was kind of just
or
like
one of his spirits, I should say.
Well, yeah, one of them.
But then now he finally comes back. Obviously, Goblet of Fire. Now he's physically back, and then it's been a year.
He's got a body again.
Yeah, and so that's why it's been.
And he knows how to use it too.
Yes, exactly. So that's why the minister is very doubtful. He's just because he hasn't heard anything in a while.
He just pushes X for doubt.
Doubt.
No, he's actually back. Doubt.
Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of like where we are right now.
Yeah.
I suppose as like a summary.
We had a good long minute.
Well, we had to catch up because the movie started before we recorded the episode.
And we were still eating. Like we were like.
Because we were so hungry.
Yeah, we're like
so hungry.
I'm still gonna finish this meal, man. There's no way.
We both needed food.
Yeah.
So bad.
6 hours is a long time.
6 hours without food was
a long time.
Not fun.
A long time.
Yeah. So now we got the summary out of the way. We're gonna do our fantastic facts and where to find them.
Where did you find these fantastic facts?
Classic IMDb.
Always coming in clutch.
Very much so. All right. So some facts here.
Fact number 1.
So this one is a hybrid of both movie and book. So it says here, when they discover the Room of Requirement, if you remember that.
Oh yeah. The special clubhouse.
Pretty much. Yeah.
I would want a special clubhouse.
That would be really cool. Right?
I always wanted one as a kid.
Because you're just like, I want to be here, and then there it is.
My cousin, she really had me believing. She had these like really weird looking like talisman thingies.
But it was magic.
And then she was like, "Yeah, this is where me and my friends we like go into the sewers. We're trying to like open this door,
and there's a clown.
Has like a whole bunch of treasures. This is like a thing that we just keep it on the down low. I'm just like,
that's amazing.
Let me in on that too."
Be like, no, our secrets are too secrety.
Yeah, it was like that at first, and then she like told me like, "Oh yeah, no, it wasn't.
Just a rock.
It was just literally just like a piece of plastic."
Even better.
You made me believe.
Betrayer!
This is my younger cousin, mind you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so like when they discover the Room of Requirement, Ron asks if it could become a bathroom if the user actually needed it. This is actually a reference to the novel in The Goblet of Fire, actually, in which the room of requirement is described for the first time by Professor Dumbledore. Although the name of the room is not specified, Dumbledore mentions taking a wrong turn while looking for a lavatory and finding himself in one that he didn't know existed.
Oh,
yeah. So it's pretty cool.
Oh,
it's like a little mention to the book, but like further past, obviously, because movie version.
Interesting. So there is a bathroom.
Well, I mean, the room of requirement is basically a room that you need at the present time, so it could be anything. Yeah.
That's really dope.
So if you go past, because it's like a blank wall,
because it basically provides anything you need at the time.
Yeah, because I think in the movie, I think it's who finds out? I was gonna say Neville, but I don't think it's him. It's Cho Chang.
Cho Chang.
I forget who finds it, but practically they're like, "Hey, we need a room for practicing magic because Umbridge does not allow it."
Because Umbridge is
now
a
we have
bitch.
A huge one. And they're like, hey, we have this hidden room. Perfect. And it's like really big too, so because it's magic. So.
Oh yeah.
Another fact here. Helen McCrory was originally cast as Bellatrix Lestrange.
Whoa!
But due to her pregnancy, she was replaced by Helena Carter, which,
another Helena.
which is kind of funny, actually. Yeah. McCrory was actually later invited, and she was cast as Narcissa Malfoy, and then she is Bellatrix's sister.
Damn, I miss Helen McCrory. She's such a great actress.
Right.
Yeah.
She did a really good job in this one, like especially.
I really liked her in Peaky Blinders also. She was also in The Doctor. She was the the Vampires of Venice episode.
Oh,
yeah. She's in Doctor Who.
Well, it's a good thing that. Because, I guess for audiences, my wife and I, we started watching I'm re-watching Doctor Who, and this is her first time watching, the whole
thing.
Christopher Eccleston, David Tennant, and Matt Smith, because I have those three, so I'm like, we should start this, and we actually did. We're, 8 episodes into Eccleston, so he's very, his season's very close to ending.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, he had a pretty short
really
season,
cool.
But yeah, that's
really cool.
Yeah, you still have a ways to go. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm like, whenever we have time.
Something to look forward to now.
I love that episode. But anyway.
What's our next fact? I've lost count.
Next, I think this is only the third one. So
Third fact.
During the filming, Alan Rickman banned Matthew Lewis and Rupert Grint from being 5 meters of his new BMW.
Oh.
Because during the making of The Goblet of Fire, they spilled milkshakes on his car. Yeah.
Good times filming.
I know, right? I feel like Goblet of Fire was just a wild time.
Yeah.
Just from start to finish.
Yeah. I feel like Goblet of Fire was also pretty action-packed in terms of things to do.
Very much so.
Yeah. It was definitely one of the more action-y of the films.
I agree. I feel like Order of the Phoenix is less action but more tension.
Tension, yeah, tension just keeps growing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Half-Blood Prince is probably a little bit mystery with more tension. The tension just keeps growing after.
There's definitely a mystery aspect of Half-Blood Prince.
Yeah. And a little bit more not espionage, but a little, trying to get this guy to
Well, yeah, you're trying to get inside information.
Yeah, trying to get inside information. A little bit more we're trying to. Yeah.
So that the whole mystery.
Mystery, I think, good. Yeah.
They could have needed Scooby-Doo in the game.
It's a little bit too OP. Yeah, they would have gotten it done in 2 minutes.
Well, that's true, actually. They would have gotten it done in 30 minutes.
30 minutes, yeah, 30 minutes, man. Yeah, it's too much power.
Severus Snape? No, it couldn't be you. And then Belmont just comes in, actually. And then just explains. Anyway.
Too much power, man. Yeah. 30 minutes to an hour and a half because of the movies.
Yeah. Another fact here. Ivana Lynch beat 15,000 girls for the role of Luna Lovegood. She was 9th in a line of 30 finalists, and when it came to viewing the audition videos, the producer stopped viewing after the audition saying, "She is Luna." So,
she does a really good job too.
15,000 auditions.
And also think about it too, especially at this time, Harry Potter was popping.
Oh yeah,
that shit is popular.
Yeah. So I could understand why there's
So many applicants,
thousands of applications.
Just imagine just even being in the top 10 and number 9.
Well, even top 30 right here. Like she was in the 30 finalists. I'm like, that would be, it'd be incredible.
Yeah.
There was another one here. Oh yeah. Later on in the movie, like halfway through the movie, several members of the Black family are actually named after astronomical objects. Pretty cool, right? You see some of the names in the scene when Sirius and Harry are in the family tree room.
Literal.
So Sirius, Regulus, Andromeda,
Arcturus,
Bellatrix, and Cygnus are the ones that can be seen.
Oh my god, I never even noticed. You know, I should have known.
Either.
I should have known as soon as Andromeda came up, because fuck. Yeah, that's like a straight up, like...
Oh.
Yeah.
Like the...
what was it, Galaxy?
I think so.
I think it's a Galaxy, right?
Galaxy? I thought it was a star, but I don't know.
I thought it was the Andromeda Galaxy.
Maybe. But...
I don't know. I'm not an astronaut.
I was like, why did I not recognize that before either? I'm just like... I guess.
I didn't even know Regulus was an astronaut.
In addition, Rowling actually had provided more than 70 names for the family tree.
70 names that we never got to see.
I'm like, I don't know if you really needed that many.
No, I think she was just having a little bit too much fun extending this family tree.
I think it's just like, maybe you could get like 20, I would say, like max, and then you're...
maybe fine. If you just wanted to show something for like a movie.
Because...
After that, it's kind of like it's just...
When it comes to Harry Potter, you're not really there for the deep lore. You're there for, like, the history of it, sure. But, like...
You're there for the school.
You're there for, like, what's happening in the present.
Yeah, what's happening in the school right now. Like, that's what we're there for. Let's be
exactly.
honest. Yeah. Everything since, like, the first book/movie has been the school and the wizarding world.
Yeah.
It was kind of just, like, the bigger concept around it.
Yeah. Yeah. Another fact...
Everything starts with the school. God damn it.
The school.
The school.
Another fact is that Stephen King
Yes.
said that the character of Dolores Umbridge was, quote, greatest make-believe villain to come along since Hannibal Lecter.
Ooh. See, that's the thing.
That's a lot of villains since then.
Yeah. Hannibal Lecter was very, like, creepy but charismatic and really good at, like, just disarming you and giving you, like,
Mind
a false sense of, like, I don't know, like, just, like, you should be fucking terrified and avoid this man, but he's also, like, really good at, like, drawing you in.
Yeah.
Like, giving you, like, a
charismatic
Yeah, he has,
approach.
like, a very charismatic approach, which is, like, crazy, because, like, you know this guy's a fucking cannibal, but he's just such a good fucking conversationalist. Like,
well, that's why the reporter was just like, I need to know more.
It's the power of charisma, man.
Yeah, I know. He rolled a nat 20 on that.
He just is a nat 20.
He is a nat 20 on charisma, just any charisma roll. 20. Yeah.
He maxed out charisma. And intelligence, because that's the other thing.
And intelligence, and intelligence. Yeah.
He's smart as fuck.
Another fact here is that Emma Watson was actually considering not returning for the other movies in the franchise after this installment, but decided to stay after contemplating that it would be uncomfortable to watch them being made with somebody else as Hermione.
Yeah, it would be so weird, especially this project that you've been working literally your whole life, your whole career.
Yeah,
up to that point.
Up to this, and then you only have Half-Blood Prince and Deathly Hallows.
Yeah, 3 other movies.
Yeah, well, for the movies at least. And because like you've been up to this point where it's like I get that it's like years of production, but like you've done so much up to this point.
Yeah,
I guess that's like why
I get it. I kind of like I understand the thought process, but I'm also like really happy that she stuck with it and was able to still provide her interpretation of Hermione.
Yeah,
because I feel like she was literally like that was made for her. That was her role. Absolutely.
Yeah. Another fact is that all the interior Hogwarts scenes were filmed on studio sets, making this the first Harry Potter movie to not utilize any of Britain's castles and cathedrals.
So they just started building their own sets after a while?
Yeah, I don't know if maybe it was like too expensive maybe to like
could
book
be.
a really long
you also
got
to think too, like if they're going to be using all these castles and cathedrals, that's going to be like a period of time where they're not going to be getting any like tourism coming in.
Yeah.
And there's only so much you can really like continue to do that over the course of like how many years of this franchise?
Right.
Like after a certain point, like I think it was just more practical to just we'll probably even get it like at a cheaper price too, just to like build our own like module sets to.
Because I mean, by this point, it's like the CGI and all the stuff
That
is
too.
like more advanced.
Oh yeah, more
at
advanced
this time.
too. So like it's not even super necessary.
This is like what the fifth movie. So this is like still kind of early 2000s, like 2000. I don't even know, 7, 8. I don't know, somewhere around there. But it's advanced since the first movie from like 1999 or something.
Yeah.
The most expensive set was the 200-foot-long hallway in the Ministry of Magic.
Yeah.
Which is very classy and clean and
it's really good.
It's
very pretty.
Yeah.
It's very pretty actually. Yeah.
Filming was actually put on a 2-month hiatus, starting in 2006. Okay, so it was 2006. So that
is wow.
I know,
is a
right?
while.
So that
I forget how old these movies are.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, jeez. Oh, shit. I mean, you really think about it. Like the first maybe 3 movies are like 20 years old, because they did they did the 20-year anniversary thing.
Yeah.
When was that?
Not too long ago.
Not too long ago. A couple of years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like 20 years. No, please don't.
Yeah.
So that was put on hiatus so that Daniel Radcliffe to take his A/S levels, whatever that means. AS levels? You know what that is?
Bro, I'm assuming it has something to do with school.
And Emma Watson could take her GSSE exams. So I'm
assuming this was like some schooling.
Pretty much they got responsibility and they're like, guys, we got to stop filming for a little bit.
2 months? Yeah. Yeah. I still have to, do normal things like everybody else on top of just being like one of the most recognizable actors in the fucking world right now. Yeah. I still need to be a normal human being. Yeah. And go to school and shit.
Yeah. And I'll do one more, last fact here, is that Katie... How would you pronounce this? Long? How would you pronounce it?
Long?
I'll say Long. So Katie Long was nervous about kissing Daniel Radcliffe on screen. Yeah. And spent several weeks preparing herself for it. On the planned day for the shooting of the scene, Radcliffe actually was sick. And the filming had to be postponed while he recovered. So she was so nervous, and then the day came, and he was just like, I'm down with the sickness. Oh, wow.
Straight up down with the sickness.
And then had to wait for weeks more.
Yeah, that's wild, actually.
I bet that was so nerve-wracking for her, too. She's like, no.
Yeah, because think about it. Like, you get this role as this character, and you know that you're going to eventually have to kill... Whoa! Now that would have been a twist.
Killing on screen.
Yeah. Right, it's like you conjured the mistletoe. It's like,
oh yeah, mistletoe.
Yeah. As soon as he closes his eyes, that would have been so funny.
Cho Chang as a Death Eater.
Yeah,
she just flies out into puff.
Hey, look, if Voldemort just played it smart, man, he could have easily had this done.
I mean, he tricked Draco into becoming his, I guess, like inside.
I mean, he tricked Draco,
but I mean, it's Draco.
It was there's a lot of insecurities there that you just like. It was so easy to just have him do what you needed to.
But it's funny. But yeah, so that's our last fact.
Yeah. So yeah, you gotta think how crazy it was for like her to just essentially. Oh yeah, I have to kiss
all that pressure.
Fucking Daniel Radcliffe right now.
The main star of the movies.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm actually not feeling too great today, guys."
He just goes, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, he's down with the sickness."
Essentially, yeah. Yeah.
So, you want to go into a summary?
So we found the room of requirement.
Yeah, that's true. Just now.
And
it is Neville who finds it.
It was Neville.
Yeah, I was between Neville and Cho. I was just like, I know it's between those two. But I know later in the movie, it's because Cho Chang is actually... She spills the secret of the room of requirement.
Of the chamber of secret? Requirement?
Well, not really.
Required
chamber,
secret?
But...
It's a chamber.
It's... I don't know.
What would you call it?
It's a room.
It's not just a room. That thing's a fucking huge-ass cathedral. It's a chamber.
But yeah, pretty because they use a bunch of like...
We're using room of requirement because of the alliteration and no other reason.
Yeah, pretty much like before they find the room of requirement...
Chamber.
You know what happens?
Before?
Yeah, before they find the room. It's with her, with Umbridge.
Oh, Umbridge is just fucking trying to kick out a bunch of the professors and other people. Basically, she's just like doing the most Karen things Karens could do.
Yeah.
So she's like reporting to the she's reporting to the ministry of like all the things she sees wrong at Hogwarts.
Wrong,
quote
yeah,
unquote wrong. Yeah. And is basically just like knocking a bunch of these other professors out of the way.
Yeah.
Or having them basically submit to the new rules. Has the owl exams.
Oh yeah, right.
Be a thing, which just literally remind me of all the fucking school tests,
the actual exams that you had to take.
That we had to take. Where I was like, these are the worst ones. We always had to take the state exams.
Fill in the bubble.
I don't know what they call them in Iowa. What they call them?
What?
Your state exams?
Were they the SATs or like
SATs? I think. Are they SATs also?
Yeah. There's SATs and ACTs. I think they were like different. Like
that's a different thing, though.
I know that like. Some of them were for college. Some of them were for like actual like school records. Stuff like that. I remember taking the
fucking load of good that did me.
Yeah, I know. Like I remember taking the SAT. I think both junior and senior year. 2?
Yeah.
I think it was the 2 years, right?
Those sound about right to me.
I think it was those 2 years.
I remember having to take them I remember having to take them in a fucking gym.
Oh no, that's what we did too.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I was like,
this is the weirdest thing. Why are we doing this here? What happened to our classrooms?
Yeah, I know.
Like, what the fuck are they for?
I didn't get it either. Everybody was like lined up, like in rows. Tables and like, okay, sure.
It was the weirdest. But yeah, Umbridge doing that shit, right?
Yeah.
And she's just putting up a bunch of rules on the fucking wall.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, fucking groundskeeper
Filch
asshole is just all for it because I guess he just hates children.
He's evil.
Which, why the fuck are you working in a school?
Don't know. The pay must be.
Why the fuck did they hire you?
He's there for the pay. He has to.
Obviously, but why did they hire you?
It's really funny because Filch is considered a squib, which means he is magic born, but he can't perform magic. Yeah, I know.
You know what?
That's like the worst curse in a magic world.
You know what? Okay, I'd feel a type of way, to be honest. Especially when I have to work at a place where, like, literally all the future great wizards...
Which is why I've always been confused why he was there, too. Because if he is a squib, why would you stay there? That's why he's so angry all the time, because everywhere around him is magic, but he is not magic.
He's just feeding into his own...
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
That was kind of cruel for Dumbledore to just have him on the stuff.
That's one thing, but like Filch could have left anytime.
That's true.
He could have just been like, "No, sorry, bye."
Yeah, I'm just
and then went to the Muggle world.
I'm gonna just go find some. I don't know that.
I'm gonna become a janitor.
And literally anything he does, whether it's like staying in the Wizarding world, sucks. Being the one person who can't do anything in the Wizard world, going to the Muggle world, sucks.
Yeah.
Like there was just no. Yeah.
That's why I'm saying that I think the only reason is because the pay was extraordinary for him. I feel like that's the only thing.
At the end of the day, I'm all about getting the money, man. You gotta get your bag.
Yeah.
I'm a slave to the dollar.
But yeah, so pretty much during this whole tyranny of Umbridge,
Tyranny, yeah. That's actually a good word.
I know, right? She's trying to hone down on all of the troublemakers, pretty much the people who have fun.
Yeah.
She tries to like narrow it down, and eventually she gets to like this small group, which is Dumbledore's army, because that's what they call themselves. Because Dumbledore is absent for a specific reason. Do you remember the reason why?
Did he get kicked out?
No.
Oh, was this before?
He's still headmaster.
He's still technically headmaster at this point?
Yes.
Okay.
But he's hunting Horcruxes during this year.
Yeah, and he was trying to keep Harry out of it, so like Harry's just completely out of the loop this I was about to say episode. This movie.
He's just out of this whole episode. We're not going to talk about him.
Harry's completely out of the loop of whatever the fuck Dumbledore's had planned.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, to be honest, he's been completely out of the loop since he was born. Since before he was born.
Right.
Spoilers. If you haven't seen him.
I mean, come on.
But, Harry's essentially just like, kind of like stretching some teacher muscles a little bit.
Yeah.
Teaching a bunch of kids how to like basically actually defend against some bad juju
Yeah, just like the basic defense.
Yeah, which is the things that Umbridge is just like, oh no, we're not doing that. That's not necessary because there's nothing bad going on here. So we're just going to have a written test that you guys are just going to take called the Owls, and that's going to be your defense against the dark arts exams.
The Owls were a thing before, but she just made them worse because they were just like quill and paper instead of actual magic.
Yeah, that's actual practice of magic. Yeah.
She eliminated magic in a magical school, which is okay. What?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense, man. No.
That doesn't make any sense.
No. Why don't I just go to a fucking
Muggle school? Muggle school.
I could have easily gone to a city and I could have easily gone to Chicago.
Yeah.
And just like gone to literally any public school there. And this is a fucking private school.
Yeah.
In fucking England.
In Britain. Yeah.
And this isn't a fucking castle, and it's one of the most magical fucking schools in the world.
And I'm gonna take away magic.
And I'm just like, oh yeah, we're not teaching magic here.
No fun, no magic. Oh, what? Hogwarts is a school of witchcraft and wizardry. What do those two have in common? Magic!
Avada Kedavra.
Anyway, first Cruciatus and then Avada Kedavra.
Yeah. But anyway, we got some mistletoe action going on after a little bit of, just the classic,
one-on-one.
Just a little one-on-one teaching, between professor and student. You know how it goes.
Meet me in detention.
Just a little some after school courses.
After hours.
Yeah. Just a little between Harry and Cho Chang.
Yeah.
That's pretty much where we're at.
He's pretty sly for.
Honestly.
For growing that mistletoe, he's just like.
Was that him?
I don't know.
It
would have been really.
Honestly, like if you just like had one like on the
yeah. He's just like
behind his fucking back.
He's just like whispers.
He could have easily asked one of the other guys too to just like, hey man, really, give me the layup here and just
ask one of the
Weasley twins. Just pass me the fucking. Give me this, please.
Yep, and they go snogging for a little bit.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
English people are weird, man.
I never heard of snogging until these movies. Like the term of snogging.
Yeah.
I was just like, what? Excuse me,
I mean, don't get me wrong, I love it, but
it's
weird.
funny. But yeah. So that's kind of like where we're at in the movie, and since the facts are done and everything else is done,
we fast forward.
Yeah, we have to kind of fast forward through the rest of the movie.
So
if I remember.
So people die.
Well, no.
They do.
Later.
Yeah, they die.
Not yet, though.
There's death in this movie. Oh, yeah.
So, okay. So, Order of Phoenix. So, they continue the defense, obviously the training and all that stuff.
Where
they die. And eventually, Umbridge does find
the room
requirement, and she pretty much just obliterates the wall. Just finds them.
Now we're in the room now.
Yeah, and
all of you are under arrest.
Yeah, and the whole time, Umbridge is basically torturing Harry. Like, at first she does, like, the whole, like, scratches on his hand, I must not tell lies. Because he's just like, I don't know where Dumbledore's at. Because she's just like, where is he? And Harry's like, how should I know? I don't know. And she's like, well, you better tell. And then starts, like, scratching on his hand. It's like, okay. And then she finds him in the room of requirement because Cho Chang was being questioned, and they used the truth serum on pretty much every student in the castle. And then but probably not everyone, but a lot.
But once they got to her, that's when all the beans finally spilled.
Yes.
And now there's no more truth serum.
And at first Snape was just like, "Hey Harry, why are you stealing my stuff?" Harry was like, "I'm not." And Snape's just like, "Pah!" Just slams the door on him. He's just like, "You're stealing something, and I'll get to the bottom of it." And I think that was that earlier or was that later on?
Wasn't that Goblet of Fire?
Huh?
When they're like accusing him.
This is like the truth serum. So pretty much, Umbridge was using all of that truth serum.
Yeah.
And Snape was just like, or was it Goblet of Fire?
That was Goblet of Fire, yeah. When he was like thinking somebody was, they were thinking the Polyjuice.
Polyjuice.
That was what you were confusing that.
Okay, because then I remember he comes up to Umbridge's office.
Bro, you read the books and everything, and I'm the one who has to remind you.
Yeah, but yeah. Umbridge uses all of it up because Umbridge asks, and Snape's like, yeah, use it all up on the students.
Yeah.
So, which should have been illegal, but...
unethical.
At the same time, Harry is also having visions of Voldemort like torturing and killing people, and he tries to go to Dumbledore and McGonagall for help, and they're like, "Yeah, this is bad.
We need to start training his mind.
Yeah, and
there's no more time."
Yeah, so that's when Snape is
giving him private lessons
in the closet.
In the closet.
I will try to penetrate your mind.
Your mind.
Oh, okay, just my
and
mind.
You will resist.
Yeah, just the whole thing of just like, okay, Snape, you could have worded that a little bit better, but
no, he got the point across.
He got the fear across. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Because he's like, okay, well, if you can see Voldemort, it can be reversed. Like Voldemort could potentially see what you're doing, which is
bad.
Obviously not very good.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad because he's gonna know that, like, oh, you're trying to fucking square up against me, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
Got you.
Yeah,
I got you.
1-on-1. Like, oh no, okay. So that happens for a bunch until later when Harry does the reverse Uno card and goes into Snape's mind.
And that's when we get to see a little bit of Snape's past and why he has
his crush on Lily.
Particular feelings towards Harry's dad. Very intense.
Very intense.
Specific emotions.
Hatred.
Hate. He fucking hates the guy.
He hates James because
he bullied him.
Yeah.
He bullied him.
James bullied Snape when they were at Hogwarts, and Lily chose James.
Yeah, which is like a fucked up thing, considering this was like your friend from but this is your friend from childhood.
Yeah.
And you chose the guy who was being a total dick to your friend?
Exactly.
I kind of need to question Harry's parents after a while. Like, it's
yeah, I know. Like, especially because like Snape was the one who was just like, oh, you have magic powers? So do I. Let me show you how to control magic powers. I'm like,
from day that would make fucking one, he's been at her corner.
Yeah. And
she just stabs him in the back and chooses the fucking asshole. Who I hope doesn't become an asshole the entire fucking time that he was married with her. But, where the fuck was... Well, I guess he died, but,
I mean, he turned out to be, like, a good father...
For, like, the first...
2 years?
What?
1 year?
Yeah, I don't think it was even, like, a...
I don't think
he was barely even a few months in the fucking flashback.
Yeah.
Like, that was a baby.
I don't even know. I don't even know if he was a good husband.
He didn't even get a chance to be a good father because he was barely a father.
Yeah. It's just, like... Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing too. Like that's why everybody really likes Snape because he was loyal to her.
Yeah.
And then she just went like, nah.
It's like no, not this guy.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty stupid.
Yeah, there was a lot of dumb things going on there. But I mean, there was also a lot of dumb things going on between Hermione and Ron. So.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, so during one of Harry's visions, he actually sees Nagini, the snake, try to attack. Mr. Weasley.
Mr. Ron Weasley. Well, not
what's
Ron.
His name?
Rupert.
Is it Arthur? Arthur Weasley?
I thought it would have been an R. I thought it was being smart.
I think it's Arthur. No? Yeah. Okay. Well,
Mr. Weasley.
Mr. Weasley, the father, he is actually being attacked at the same time that Harry has the vision. So it's like real time VR.
And he was in the Ministry.
Yeah, he was in the Ministry because he works for the Ministry for. Muggle artifacts or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why Mr. Malfoy was always kind of like a dick to him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's like, oh, you're studying Muggles and shit.
Because it was like
fucking idiot.
Because I think it was like enchanted or misused artifacts of Muggles. So like they would turn like the card from the second movie. He would work on things like that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Mr. Weasley was attacked, and then Harry goes to Dumbledore and. McGonagall, he says like, "Hey, you need to go save him," and they do. And now they're back in.
And he's alive.
Yeah, and he's alive. And now they're back in Grimmauld Place, and
they're
studying.
See the family tree.
The family tree. Yep. Sirius Black is like, "Hey, this is my family. They're weird."
The tree of blacks.
Yeah, and
Sirius Black family.
Seriously.
Sorry,
seriously.
I might have had a little too much to drink at this point.
They get introduced kind of to Bellatrix. Is this the first time?
This is the first time we see the name.
The name, right?
But she's also been... I think she was also mentioned in Azkaban.
Yeah, because... I don't think Azkaban.
Or was it Goblet of Fire?
I think...
I feel like we might have heard her name at one point. Like, I think just, like, in passing, I don't think it was...
Just passing, yeah. Because this is when she, like, properly, like...
Actually,
introduced.
Is introduced, yeah.
Yeah.
Because she escapes from Azkaban.
From Azkaban. And then, we see her later cackling.
Yeah. That's also where we learn about Neville's, like, family's backstory also.
Yes. Yeah, at the same time, too.
Yeah.
Then with the... Order of
Which
the
I never
Phoenix.
knew that they were, like, related.
What?
Sirius Black and Bellatrix.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was just like, like the first time I saw that too, I'm just like, that's wow, that's unfortunate.
And then not only that, but she's the one who ends up killing Sirius. Yeah.
Oh, she doesn't care.
She'll
murder family.
Yeah.
Like, that's dark.
She just has a lot of bloodlust.
Yes.
In that one.
I mean, she's the one who volunteers to kill Harry Potter in Deathly Hallows. I think it is. And she's like, I want to do it, and Voldemort's like,
calm down, bitch.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
Let's see. After this, I'm trying to remember what happens after the Order of the Phoenix.
After the Order of the Phoenix?
After they meet with the Order, like after they're here, because they're at Grimmauld Place, and I know that
there's a thing going on with like the prophecy, a prophecy that they have to get
for Harry. Because he's had visions of the pretty much the glass ball, the prophecy, because they have
globe?
it like
it's like a snow globe.
Yeah, and they have a whole bunch of prophecies lined up in the Ministry, and they're like, hey, we got to go get it before Voldemort and his Death Eaters get it. So they head over to the Ministry. Pretty much Harry and his crew of miscreants. Yeah.
Some of the members of the army.
Some of them, yeah. And so they end up going there, and they're getting attacked by Death Eaters led by Lucius.
Yes.
Mr. Malfoy. He shows up and he's just like, give me the prophecy and none of you die. And Harry's like, I don't know if I trust this guy.
He looks a lot like Malfoy.
Yeah, right? You remind me of someone I know in school. I don't like him very much.
He's being a total dick. He says my name real weird.
Yeah, right? Potter. So they actually end up...
Lots of plosive in my name, you know?
Yeah, right? It's preposterous.
Yeah.
So they end up fighting the Death Eaters.
Fighting? They're barely fucking
I was going to say,
surviving.
like, barely getting out. And then, obviously, the rest of the Order of the Phoenix shows up through a portal.
More plosives, huh?
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Then
there's a big ferocious duel.
A duel between Death Eaters and Phoenixes.
Which is really cool. I like the effects that they use.
It was the first time we actually get to see real wizards fight.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of,
like adult
students.
wizards.
Yeah. Life or death. Yeah. Real gangsters.
But it was a cool fight.
Yeah, it was a really cool fight, yeah. And, Potter and the gang try to get away. They get the prophecy, but it ends up, shattering.
Well, because Harry already knows the prophecy about him. About him being the one, the chosen one to pretty much defeat Voldemort and whatnot. And everybody just wanted to make sure that he was the one. Because then if he was, obviously, the one to kill Voldemort, they're there to kill him. So, but he pretty much... I think... He hands it over to Lucius.
Yes.
But during the fight, Lucius drops it and it
breaks. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a big duel. So, and then in the process, Bellatrix ends up killing Sirius.
Yeah.
And he goes, through the portal.
Yeah.
And Harry's like, no! Like Frodo when Gandalf.
Straight up.
Just like, no!
Except you don't hear him scream. And apparently, fact about that is that was the reason behind why they decided to mute that.
Yeah.
Was because I think at the time Daniel Radcliffe was undergoing a genuine personal loss.
Oh,
when they were filming that scene.
I did not know that. Okay.
I think I read about this somewhere. I forget what article. But that was a genuine emotion he was feeling. And I guess the director just decided we're just gonna
cut his voice.
And that's just,
I mean, even silence is sometimes more
because
powerful
you literally see the fucking strain he put in. To that cry he was given.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
Yeah.
That reminds me of in Lord of the Rings when Theoden loses his son in the movie, and Theoden actually lost one of his children. So during that scene, that was.
Oh, you mean the actor?
Yeah. Yeah. The
can't remember his name. Me neither, to be.
I will even. I'll probably remember after the episode. But he actually lost. The actor actually lost a child. So that was him. actually crying for his lost kid. So I'm like,
I was wondering why that scene was super like
Bernard Hill. There you go.
Bernard Hill. I was wondering why that scene was just like so
emotional.
Yeah, I was like, damn, this dude's really giving his all for this.
Just in general, like you think about it.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a little fact for you too. So.
Yeah. So after that happens, how do they escape?
So there's a duel. So they're chasing after Bellatrix.
Yeah.
Dumbledore didn't show up yet. So Harry's literally about to off Bellatrix.
That's true. Yeah.
When Voldemort's like, do it, yes, kill her.
Yeah. And then he gets like possessed.
He's borderline getting possessed right now.
Yeah, by Voldemort.
And that's when Dumbledore shows up and kind of like gets in between.
Hey, Voldy, no.
So mid-possession, Dumbledore.
Yeah. But then it's like Harry being like, no, you're weak.
Yeah, towards the end. So like first they have like a big, like Dumbledore and Voldemort have like a big, clash, and it was like really cool looking and everything. Cool really nice special effects. Loved the whole thing. Mm-hmm. And yeah, like Voldemort retreats. The Minister sees finally, and we also see like Harry's literally getting his fucking mind taken over. He's like, "Fuck you, you a pussy. You ain't got friends. You ain't got nothing.
You're not.
I'm Harry fucking Potter. I got all the bitches."
Harry freaking.
I'm him.
You haven't seen the second one. Dang it. The first song is just him being, I'm Harry freaking Potter.
No, I need to watch that.
You really need to.
But, essentially, shuts out Voldemort and doesn't get taken over.
He's just like, you're the one alone. You're the one that's weak. Mm-hmm. And that's what makes him expel his... Voldemort's
literally Harry just says, I'm him and you ain't him.
I'm the guy.
I'm the guy.
And Voldemort's like, dang it.
Damn it.
Oh, he's right.
We'll see how you are in Half-Blood Prince.
We'll see about that.
Bitch.
Do something.
I killed your mom.
I killed both your parents. Come on. You're nothing. And then obviously Dumbledore kind of like waits for something to happen, and then like the Minister shows up for work, and he's just like, "Hey, I know you. You're Voldemort.
You're the bad guy."
And he just goes, "He's back." And Voldemort's just like, oh, "Yes."
He's like, "You're the bad guy." Voldemort's like, "Duh."
No. Don't bring us back to that.
Yeah.
Duh.
And he vanishes.
And then, Voldemort just vanishes, and then. Pretty much like the rest of it's just like headlines of like Dumbledore and Harry were pretty much like
because like the entire time they're saying like, oh, Harry's a liar,
Harry's a villain,
he's a felon, or whatever the fuck, like basically just talking shit about Harry, like, he's not
Harry
the chosen one.
Was labeled as #1 public enemy or something like that
among the Wizarding world.
And then obviously because he follows Dumbledore, so everybody's after Dumbledore and Harry. But at the time when Voldemort disappears, obviously that is reversed and they get pretty much redeemed.
Pretty much,
yeah. And that's pretty much like the end. Oh, yeah, actually, no, at the end of the school year, Umbridge...
Oh, yeah, she got fucking taken by centaurs. Forgot about that, yeah.
Because they're being questioned.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, backtrack. This is before the fight.
Yeah, we also forgot to talk about fucking Hagrid and his fucking giant half-brother.
We're gonna backtrack, because before the fight...
Jesus
Umbridge is questioning the students.
We're terrible storytellers.
I know.
We're the worst.
Oh, I'm trying to remember a movie I haven't seen in a while. So, it's Harry and Hermione, I remember, that they're in Umbridge's office. And Hermione's just like, oh, might as well tell him about the secret weapon. And Umbridge is like, a secret weapon? And they're like, we'll show you.
It's in the Dark Forest.
Yeah, they're in the Forbidden Forest.
Take you. Yeah, just follow me.
Yeah, and then like they lead him over to Hagrid's stepbrother?
No, it's his brother. Half brother.
Is it his brother?
Half brother. Yeah, half brother. Groppy.
Yeah, Groppy. And because earlier we learned that Hagrid is trying to gain the allegiance of the Giants because of Voldemort's presence among the Wizarding world, and he's trying to gather allies. The Order is trying to gather allies because Dumbledore is hunting Horcruxes. It's a bunch of stuff that happens behind the scenes. But yeah, they pretty much lead Umbridge over to Groppy, right? Groppy.
Groppy.
And
Groppy picks her up.
Yeah, and he's just like, oh no! And then the centaurs show up all of a sudden, and they're firing arrows.
Yeah.
And then
Rappy gets shot.
Yeah, and he's just like, oh, that hurts.
He's like, oh wait,
and then
that hurts.
Umbridge is just like choking the centaurs because she's just like, you're beasts, and then the centaurs are just
on
like,
top
oh,
of being
really
a political Karen, she's also racist.
Yeah. So she pretty much gets taken away by the centaurs and
is never seen again.
Well, she is seen again.
She's seen again. Yeah, she's seen
she
again.
Does not.
But for a good minute, I thought we were never going to see her again.
I was hoping. But she does not maintain the title of
headmaster.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So that's how Umbridge disappears from the story.
We do not recognize you as headmaster in this council.
It's not fair.
We did not give you the rank of headmaster.
We did not give you the rank of headmaster. How can you do this to me? It's unfair.
Mm-hmm.
I hate sand.
How can you be a Karen and not be a
headmaster? Yeah.
Have a seat.
Have a seat, young Umbridge.
Miss Umbridge.
Yeah, right. But yeah, I guess that kind of had to backtrack for a little bit, but it was like the only thing that we missed.
Yeah, that was basically it.
That's pretty good.
I'm confident with that. We did a good job.
I think so. So that's Order of the Phoenix.
Yes.
You got any questions or any added comments to it, or?
God, I don't even know. I didn't even think about a question yet.
Would you participate in the hidden council of Dumbledore's army?
Oh, would I've been a member? Oh, absolutely, yeah. Fuck that bitch. Bro, I would have been in the fucking, with Fred and George coming up with shit to just fucking do and get expelled. Like, absolutely. Like, you think I'm going to try and stay here after all this bullshit? Fuck that. No.
Yeah.
No, I'll just, take my ass and just get a GED. I don't give a fuck.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I would totally be part of it. I'm just like, I'm here for magic, and if you're going to take away that magic, why am I here?
But I'd be like, no, Jackson, you have to stay. We need a man on the inside.
Yeah, a man on the inside. I'll do it. Yeah. At a risk, but I'll do it.
We're going to find, a secret painting in, the Deathly Hallows to take us right into the Hogwarts.
Yeah, right?
You'll be their guy, all right?
The painting.
Yeah, you'll be the guy.
I'll be the painted lady in front of Gryffindor, but I'll be, in front of Hufflepuff? Right? Maybe.
I'm definitely a Hufflepuff, easily.
Yeah, I'm kind of between Hufflepuff and Ravenclaw, but we can both become paintings in front of each.
Yeah. We just both become paintings. Facing each other.
I'd be like,
what's your name?
I was gonna do that. The whole night, you just hear, what's your name?
Yeah.
What's your name? What's your name? I'll be like, everybody's like, oh no.
I'm just gonna walk across all the other paintings.
Oh yeah. That's your name.
Yeah.
Any questions?
Other questions? Fuck.
I don't know.
Nah, I think
a lot of it was the facts.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of cool facts about this movie. I enjoyed those.
Yeah.
I enjoyed finding those for sure.
What house was Karina again?
I'm not sure.
This is just my own curiosity at this point.
I don't know. I feel like you would fit in with Hufflepuff because I feel like they're
I don't
creative.
know. Karina. She could give me a Gryffindor.
Or Gryffindor.
She could give me a Gryffindor.
I think it's between those two.
She could give me a little bit of Slytherin sometimes. Sometimes, because my sister's a Slytherin apparently.
Yeah, I don't think she would fit fully into Slytherin.
Can I say I kind of wish that they would portray Slytherin as more than just the bad guy house.
Yeah,
because I feel like there's a lot going on there that we could have explored more and given a little bit more depth and nuance outside of just being oh yeah, those are the bad they asshole kids.
They just trash on Slytherin the whole time.
Yeah, the entire movie.
Well, no, and all of them really.
Oh yeah, all of them actually. Yeah, and because I was actually thinking about this this is just a tangent.
Yeah.
But in Deathly Hallows, how they're literally just 2 or 3 of the people in Slytherin are let's get them up to Voldemort. Fuck this kid. And I could only imagine if I got sorted into Slytherin and they're oh yeah, all of you guys are going to the dungeon. I'm what did I do? I just go to school here. I don't know these. I don't even hang out. My friends are Hufflepuffs.
I don't know these.
I don't even sleep in the same dormitory. I sneak in and go into the Hufflepuff dormitories.
Oh, I agree.
They got all the good shit over there.
I know. I agree.
Yeah, just my own little.
Oh no! It's I had the same process too. I'm just Just because you're a Slytherin doesn't mean you're evil.
You don't have to be evil.
You don't have to be.
You don't have to be an asshole.
Duh.
All the time. You can be an asshole, but you don't have to be a total asshole.
Yeah.
Like, there's some nice assholes out there.
Okay.
But they look good.
No, but I actually do agree about that. Yeah.
That's it. That's my tangent.
Yeah. Any other things that you'd like to add, or?
Nah, I feel like I really let something off my chest.
Yeah, I feel like Order of the Phoenix was pretty well dried out. I feel like for tonight.
And also I feel like it's also just like a nice setup for everything that's coming.
Yeah. Also, definitely. So like further on, we'll conclude the whole series. We haven't done Chamber of Secrets, which is
another one
way back. But I don't know. We'll see later on.
Maybe when we feel a little bit more nostalgic.
Yeah, so I don't know, because October is going to be spooky season, which means horror movies ahead.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
I guess Chamber of Secrets was a little bit more of a mystery.
Kind of. Well, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
a mystery because
there was like a whole mystery plot.
Who's petrifying all the students?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of has like a horror element because we don't know what the fuck's going on, but like,
and everybody's being like
it's not
place.
It's not exactly like horror. It's like I don't know.
I mean, you get like
little column A, column B, and
you get Aragog the giant spider. So I mean,
okay, that is kind of wild.
That was pretty scary.
That was pretty wild.
And then a big basilisk trying to kill everybody.
Yeah.
Even though it doesn't, it just petrifies them because from reflections.
Which is weird.
I don't know.
I don't know what the basilisk diet is.
I don't know how Tom Riddle kept it alive. Maybe he just went fishing. He's like, here, have some fish.
Sure.
I mean,
there's sea snakes. I mean, it's a fucking basilisk. I don't know. I'm not gonna get into the fucking.
Yeah, the whole like explanations of why it survives.
That's why it's still alive. Yeah.
It's a fantasy book and a fantasy movie.
I shouldn't take it too seriously.
Yeah.
But fuck Umbridge.
yeah.
If there's one takeaway here, fuck Umbridge.
That's the vibe of the whole story of Order of the Phoenix. I feel like.
In all of Harry Potter, fuck Umbridge.
yeah, because she still is very much bad later on when she has a specific locket that they need. So, but that's for a future episode. Do you know where the audience can find us?
God, let's see if I remember. Spotify, Anchor, Castbox, YouTube, and
YouTube.
Apple Podcast.
That's correct.
Is that all of them?
Yep, that's all of them.
I didn't miss one?
It's 5.
Are you blowing smoke up my ass right now?
No.
Okay.
Maybe later.
Oh. We're going to need to shut this down.
Yeah, right? Yeah, so check us out, especially on YouTube, because I'm trying to upload our videos. That's why we're recording like this, because I'm like, I need to upload our videos more often, so I'll try my best.
Yeah.
Otherwise, check out our episodes for the podcast. Yeah. It is very much, it's very fun to do it. Yeah. Like it is like our side hobby thing, I guess.
It's like our little side project, I feel.
Yeah, so
we just hang out and talk.
And we've been at it for 2 years now.
Which is wild.
Which is crazy. Because like before, it was like kind of like our only show to do, and we had a lot more time, I feel like. When we started it, and it was like a year, and we had a lot of time.
Because it was literally just like, okay, this is our one thing in the week, and we're like, we should build upon it, do some more stuff. Yeah, we just... Everything kind of just started to grow.
Life.
Yeah.
Boom!
But that was also before the 2020s. Yeah. Right before 2020.
Well.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's been 2 years.
2 years.
2021, so.
I think it was because of the 2020 that
we had more time.
We need to
do something to distract ourselves.
From like all the craziness that is 2020.
Yeah, I feel like that.
I think that was the main motivator, to be honest.
Yeah.
So. I don't know. I feel like we've been doing this for so long already.
It feels like it, but it's like 2 years. I'm like, 2 years is not like terribly long.
I guess I'm also just thinking of like our overall friendship too.
Right. That's been longer.
That's been considerably
longer.
Yeah.
But yeah, so check us out. Check out my other Tolkien podcast called Exploring Arda. Also check out my own fantasy book called The Lands of Ordia. It's on Amazon. I put a lot of time into both of them, so, or at least I tried to.
A lot.
I tried to.
A lot.
I'm writing the second book currently, and I'm making somewhat good progress. But
life continues to happen to us.
Right? Yeah. Like I'll still write, and I'll still try to do this because it's fun. But life, yeah. And Umbridge.
Curse you, Umbridge!
Curse you, Umbridge! I'll get you.
What was that joke I said about Dumbledore taking Voldemort's nose?
That was early. That was right before this, right?
That was literally before this.
Because Voldemort is so mad that
maybe the whole premise of this is actually just like a revenge plot against Dumbledore specifically. Because
Dumbledore was still a professor when Tom Riddle was in Hogwarts. And so, maybe Tom Riddle was so upset that Dumbledore was like, "Go with your nose," and then Tom Riddle's like,
a simple prank maybe happened, and then Voldemort's just like, "Fuck you, Dumbledore!
I'll get you
You'll pay for this."
And this whole plot is just to get back at Dumbledore.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Oh, it was a stupid joke.
It is.
I had a nice little laugh.
Yeah, that was a good chuckle. A good giggle.
A little tee-hee.
Little tee-hee. That's pretty good. All right, yeah, so stay tuned for another episode, which might happen in a week or 2 weeks.
When it happens.
Or it just happened, yeah, pretty much that.
When life isn't happening, it happens.
Then I'll make it available to the public.
When that happens.
When that happens.
Also.
And we'll see when that happens.
That's another thing that has to happen after this happens.
The happening. See you later, guys. Tally-ho.
Adios.